Yes, good evening, everyone. Fan calling show time after yet another loss at home to Crystal Palace last night. I think we're all in a bit of mourning today. Can't quite believe what's going on at our football club, but it is what it is. We're here to talk about it. We're here for you to get on here and tell us what you're thinking. So there you go. No weather report because it's an evening show. So that's only for the breakfast brunch, just to let you know. I think Sheriff is going to have a few words, but just before he does, I need to say a big up to Pete Chambers this morning. As we was leaving, he stuck a super chat in, and I couldn't say thanks to him or anything. It was literally one of the last two messages, and we just ended the show. So big up to you, Pete. Really appreciate that this morning, mate. I've even made a note of it on my thing, so I didn't forget to mention it. So big up to you, Pete. Really appreciate that, Pete. Mate. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Over to you, Sheriff. Over to you, mate.
Right. All I could say last night is the club had broke me, because it has, to be honest. It really has. I've given up all hope now, mate. Honestly, all hope is gone now. When you first started this, I think you started it in about December or January. You said, we're in trouble. Yeah. We're in trouble. We're in trouble, you kept saying. I was like, nah, we're like 7 points ahead, whatever it was. And I was like, nah. Even though I could see where you were coming from, I was like, but now it's a point, mate. Now it's a point. We ain't won a game in the whole year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you'd have said to me when you started in December, if you'd have said it'll be March the whatever it is, 6th, and we wouldn't have won a game, and we'd have only got, what, 3 or 4 points? If we had 3 or 4 draws? I don't know how many we have got.
Well, we've got 4 points in since the 1st of January.
That's 4 draws then. If you just said, look,
it is, yeah,
we'd have played, what, 12 games, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And we'd got like 4 points.
Something like that.
Nah, no. Anyway, my point is, let me take you back 10 years. 10 years ago.
Yeah, go on. I'm going to flick through the chat while you're talking and thumbs up.
Mate.
Right? Go on, mate.
When we flick, go back 10 years ago. I thought that was Lee. Big up, Lee. You go back 10 years. We finished, what, 2nd and 3rd? 2 seasons running. I think that was 10-ish year ago. Might have been 11.
Yeah.
Right? And then the stadium opened. And we were told, this is the game changer. This is this is going to take us to the next level. This is going to do this. That was Levy, mine. Levy came out and said all that.
Yeah.
Then just when it opened, Champions League final. All right, that didn't go too well. But the greatest night I've ever seen for us, even though we lost. I'd never thought I'd see us in a Champions League final. But you look at it after that, this shows what they're like. It's gone down and down and down. Even Poch at the time said, we need a painful rebuild. It's all right having the house, but you got to have the furniture in it and all that sort of stuff, And it's their fault. It's their fault. All of this mess is on them. It's like, I believe Conte said, you can have how many managers you want, but the same problem is here. Remember in that rant?
Yeah.
It's on them. It's on them. All of this. And I said last night, they deserve this. We certainly don't. For all the bullshit we've put up with over the years. All the false promises. All the false promises that was made to us. The game-changing stadium. This will take us to the next level. It's absolute nonsense. And I'm with you now, mate. I seriously believe we're going down. And I never, ever thought I'd say that. Ever. Ever. I never thought I'd say, I think we're going to get relegated. You only got to look at the team, mate. There's not one player to think, oh, you step up and save us. We got no one to do it, mate. I believe we're at the bottom of the form guide for the Premier League.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Well, you can see why. You can see why. We did the watch along last night. No fight, no passion. The Spurs armband, I think, has got a curse on it.
It's got something on it.
The captain's armband. Romero gets the captain's armband, does madness at least 2 or 3 times this year. Sent off. Sent off. And what the hell was Van der Ven doing last night, pulling that bloke down?
Mate, I ain't got a Scooby what was going on there, to be honest with you. I just don't get it.
Put it this way, personally, I think they're doing it on purpose because they want out.
Big statement that, Mark. Big statement that to make. I mean, if that's how you feel about it,
that's how I feel.
You've got to say it, mate, at the end of the day. So
he's one of our better players. He should be stepping up, not doing stupidness like that. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I never, ever thought in my life I'd say I believe Tottenham were going down. Ever. Yeah, exactly. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This is all on them. All of it. And they deserve it. I hope they go bankrupt and we get someone in who's interested in football. Honestly, I can't stand to make what I've done to my football club. And all I got to say is whenever the protest is, I implore everyone to go. Everyone. Everyone. If it's the Forest game, unfortunately, I can't go because I know I'm busy that day. But to me, it shouldn't be the Forest game because you'll just get looked at. You should be behind the lads. We're in the relegation battle. Do it at the end of the season when we know our fate. Do it for the Everton game. Do it for the Everton game. End of the season. That's when it should be because we should know our fate by then. You know, but this is absolute nonsense, mate. Absolute nonsense. It's years and years of neglect. Because what else can you call it but neglect?
Sabotage.
Well, it's just neglect and sabotage are the same thing, isn't it?
Same thing, yeah. Different word. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's all it is. They're not interested, mate. As long as that's all they're interested in, mate, is the dollars. Get the loot in the door. You know? Get the loot in the door. That's all they worry about. You know, I mean, what do we pay? The highest season ticket prices or up there among the highest?
Close to.
Yeah, it's like us or Arsenal. No. You look at the product. I don't want to bring these into it, but look at the product Arsenal getting served up and look at the product we get served up. It's a downright rip-off, mate. It's like going to a Michelin star restaurant and getting baked beans on toast. You know what I mean?
Analogy. Yeah.
That's what it is. It's honestly, I'm at my wit's end with this club now. I'll never ever stop loving it and supporting it. Of course I won't. But to be honest now, I don't care. I don't care anymore. If we get relegated, they deserve it. They honestly deserve it. Will I have to go for a load of crap over the pub? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. But you just got to take it, and there's nothing I can say at the minute. Every time I go over there now, there's a couple of Arsenal fans over there. They're on. It's like vultures. They're just on me straight away as soon as I go in there.
Yeah.
You know, and this can't be allowed to continue. Not with these fools at the top. Something has got to change. And if Something has got to change. And if it takes relegation, I will accept it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If it takes relegation to get these, it's too early, these fools to change their ways and put the football first, then I can live with it. Put it that way. As long as we're not down like 7, 8, 9 years, whatever, and we just become
the
irrelevant.
thing is, Mark, who can say how long?
Well,
Everyone says, "Oh, we've got the right to come back up," and we're too big to go down.
You got to earn the right, mate.
I don't think people realise that once we go down, if that happens, right, we get stripped.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's worth anything's gone, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right, so you'll have all the loan players come in. They'll keep an Archie Gray. They'll keep a Bergville. Yeah, all those young type of players, your Oddie Bears, all them they'll keep. Then they'll bring your Mikey Moores back.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. Then they'll add a couple of players and go on, lads, where you go again. See if you can get us out. It's not that easy to get out of this league, out of the championship.
Well, the championship is a tough league, mate. It's very
physical. Very tough league. Very tough.
It's certain. Well, put it this way. Look how we get bullied in games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
We got no championship. There's men down there. You know what I mean? There's no VAR for a start, so they can't roll about on the ground and get anything. It's a very, very tough league to get out of. What they always say, don't they? The championship is the hardest league to get out of.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, mate.
Apparently this is it. That's it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You look, when we had Potter and we were on the verge of being great, we were that close to winning the league. What did they do about it? Nothing. They were just satisfied with the top 4 money coming in, Champions League money coming in. That's all they're interested in, is the money. And I'm sick to death of it. And it's like I said, if it takes us getting relegated for them to either get lost or change their ways, then I'll take it, as long as we're not down for like years on end.
And at the same time, I'd like people in the chat, to put what you think of Mark's reaction to that. Right, because I haven't spoken to him about it that deeply, what he's just said. Yeah, about how he really, really feels, because he's been upset about it. So I've let him think about it, the same as he's let me think about it. But, that's how he feels. So I want you to put in the chat, do you agree with him? Is that how you feel? Or in some way, is it, we stay up and we try and deal with Enoch that way? Or is it a case of, do you know what? As much as I love Tottenham, if they go down and it gets rid of Enoch, then good. At least we can start again. Tell me your feelings, because I think it is tipping that way towards what Mark says. There's a lot of fans saying that now. Not happy at all. Not happy fans at all.
And I'll tell you something.
Go on, mate.
I'll tell you something else, mate. I've never, ever felt so disconnected from the club. You know what I mean? Like, even though I don't go a lot, but when certain manager was here, I thought, we all felt, whether you go or you didn't go, we all felt part of the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of that, and a lot of that has to do with Enoch as well, because they never speak to us, they never involve us, never involve even the season ticket holders, let alone the likes of me who don't hardly go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I don't know where we go from here, mate. Can you honestly see where our next point's coming from?
We'll probably pick a point or two up from somewhere, but where, mate, I don't know. I say we probably will. I've got no faith that they're going to do anything at the moment, to be quite honest with you. And again, I don't mean to be negative, but I'm just watching it. And I think I've got to say, in my 57 years, 58 in July of being on this earth, I have never seen so much dog shit on a football pitch that's being served up to paying customers than what they're doing at the moment. And I'm sorry if people get upset by that, but it is fucking awful. Honestly, I despair at the moment, mate. I honestly despair because we don't even look like winning a game of football.
No.
There's too many footballers out there that don't give a toss. They don't give a monkeys about the shirt they're wearing. Yeah, all they're worried about is picking up their weekly or their monthly check, whatever it is. And that sort of thing's got to stop for me. And I said to Danny this morning, as difficult as it is, I'm a bit old schooly that way. You know, I want players to wear the shirt with pride. Do you know what I mean? Give everything on the pitch. I know everyone has bad days. Don't get me wrong. You know?
You remember when we was growing up, mate? Remember when we was growing up and we had the likes of Perryman and Hoddle?
Yeah.
And players like that. They wore the shirt with pride. Absolute pride. They love the club. You know what I mean? The players now, they don't give monkeys, mate, as long as they get their monthly. As long as they get their monthly, 200 grand, whatever they get. 300 grand, some of them.
I know. Problem is, Pete, see, that on the pitch, it's been so dire for so long now, Pete, and you know, the fans do get in there beginning of the game and they'll get behind, but you know, as much as it is for the players to get behind the fans, it's all right for fans to keep saying, oh, well, it don't matter, you're going to support them. I get that. I get that part of it. But when you're being served up, like Ellie says, a load of offal, do you know what I mean? How long do you keep continuing? You know, when you're not being shown anything at all, football's meant to be, I'm not going to use that word entertain. Well, it is. You're meant to go because you love watching your football team, you love your football club, and you go there, whether that's the right word or not, to be entertained as far as the football's concerned.
Yeah. That is why in my little 5-10 minute rant that I did, mate, I never said anything about season ticket holders. Because I could have said season ticket holders are to blame for lining their pockets with their season ticket money. But no, that's wrong. Because if you truly love your club and that's your escape from life, work, family, whatever, then you got as much right to do whatever you want with your money as anybody else.
That's it.
And I would never say to people, do not go to watch them.
No.
Because if I lived closer to London, I'd probably be the same, you know. But for me, it's a ball ache getting there every other week.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is difficult, mate.
Although I will say, where I live in Somerset, mate, there's a hell of a lot of season ticket holders down this way.
Yeah, go on.
There's a Facebook group where if any of them, well, you're not allowed to now. You've got to be a member of the bloody club now from the past tickets on you.
Yeah.
But they used to have a group where if a season ticket, there's probably 40 or 50 season ticket holders. Or put it this way, every time Somerset Spurs run a coach or two, up to every home game. So there's at least 50 people on the coach. You know, and it's probably full or 3/4 full. I'm not so sure about now. It's probably about, well, they probably hire a tandem now. How many people are actually interested in going? But they've always got buses. Midweek games. I went one midweek game. Now never go until like 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, well, Jose went to that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got home at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but there we go. And he lives a lot closer to the ground than I do.
There you go. I don't know.
I'm 150 miles from the ground, roughly.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Gus, this is the problem with me, you see, Gus. I am emotionally involved, mate. Do you know what I mean? And it is emotion. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it, Gus. Listen, for me, the football club, as I've said on numerous occasions, changed the day we left this gaff here. Right?
Yeah.
We weren't Tottenham Hotspur anymore. We were Tottenham Hotspur Entertainment Centre.
Yeah.
From then, little did we know it was going to be like it was maybe how it is now. And it don't help, yeah, that the people in charge, Enoch, yeah, are just letting it happen. They're just letting it happen. You know, it's not good at all for us, for the football club. I've got no idea what they're doing up there. No idea. And, you know, I've seen conversations today about changing the manager. And I've seen a statement that says they say he's staying, whether that's the kiss of death or not. You know what? Normally when people upstairs comment, I don't know.
Vote of confidence.
Yeah, the dreaded vote of confidence. Listen, sensible. Right, here we go. So I remember the Super League protest, massive showing, and Spurs was like 20. Yeah. Well, look, again, I'll reiterate it. As you probably all know, or maybe you don't, but if you haven't, whether you go and watch Sava or not, go over to his channel. He's put a video out, and you'll find it. I think it's 11 minutes, 13 seconds. It's about all YouTubers getting together, getting the message out there, apparently for a protest, I believe, for the Forest game. Cheers, Lee. Apparently for the Forest game. You know, so Sava's made a little video. Go over and watch it. Like I say, it's 11 minutes. And then I caught sort of 3/4 of it, and then I had to come in for the show. So, because I've been out most of the day. But, you know, I think it's that. I'm 90%. But watch it for yourselves. And listen, get it on your socials. Yeah, all your socials. Yeah, even if it's his video, repost it. Repost his video. You know, because we've been talking about it, but we haven't done a video on it. Yeah. Because I didn't know when anything might be taking place.
I'll be honest with you, mate. In my personal opinion, the Everton game's too soon. The Forest game is too soon.
Yeah.
It's 2 weeks away. Right, for a start, people these days ain't just got countless, endless cash. You know, plus, I believe people will look down on it saying, oh, you should get behind the lads. We're in a relegation battle, blah, 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 blah. To me, the perfect time to do it is the end of the season. Last game of the season, Everton at home.
Yeah. Well, see, if you remember, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I mentioned the Forest game. If you remember, Mark, I said to you, you know what? It's a big game. Yeah, that'd be a good time to do it. And a few people said to me, no, it's not, Mark, not while the relegation thing's going on. Let it play out. Yeah, and then one big push at the Everton game. You know, it probably wouldn't get them out. But if you got 5,000 to 10,000 people there for half an hour around that entrance, yeah, screaming and shouting, and in the ground as well, because fans have got to start chanting Enoch out in the ground.
Yeah.
As well. You know, don't point it at the manager, don't point it at the players as dog shit as you think they are. Right? Point it at them upstairs.
The thing is, though, mate.
And there's something else, Mark. Just let me finish.
Yeah, sorry.
There's something else. Yeah. And Billy, I don't know how you feel about this if you watch this video, Billy, right? Because you, Change for Tottenham, are the main, you know, flag bearers, if you like, of the protests, right? All I would say is, Billy, make the protest about Enoch out, not about CFT. Make the message clear, yeah, that the fans have had enough and it's ENIC out. That's where I am with it. I might be the only one. I don't know. But, you know, that's
it's
where
got to be now. It's not changed for Tottenham. It's just got to simply say ENIC out.
Yeah, that's got to be the message. It's just ENIC out now. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's not be confused with anything else.
No, not change for Tottenham. Not just ENIC go.
Whatever. Yeah. That's got to be
Well,
the message.
I'd put it a bit more bluntly than that. It'd be ENIC, someone else.
Yeah. 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 You should get a refund back as well. Okay. Lee's in Somerset as well.
Yeah, where you to, mate? Drop it in and we'll get to it.
That's it. There's Kuva. We must chance to get rid of ENIC before the new ground was built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Emotion of his anger for what they've done. Yeah, Gus, I get you, mate. I get you. Mario saying we're all emotionally involved. Some of us, Tottenham, are a big part of our lives. And to see us like this really hurts, man.
Yeah, it does.
I can't tell you, Mario. I can't tell you, mate. I can't tell you.
I'm hurt and I'm also very angry.
Really angry.
Yeah, angry.
Really angry. Yeah. Yeah.
Because for a club like us, with the income we've got, there's no way on this planet we should be anywhere near in this position. I don't know if people realise in the chat, we got the highest income of any Premier League team. When you whop all the rest, when you whop all the rest of the nonsense in with it, the NFL and the rugby and boxing and concerts and whatever else goes on in there, we are the highest.
Yeah.
You know, and plus, well, I believe we make is it 100 million a game, a home game?
Oh.
You know, tickets and beer and
big money, Mark. It's big money.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, listen. In answer to PWH here, because you know I don't avoid when I see something like this. It might sound like it's all negativity and toxicity and all that shit, right? But unfortunately, this is the channel that this is, right? Now, we can go round the houses, fluffing and bunting and whatever else. But to give you, I will give you something positive. And what I will say is if you tune in regularly, you will see that it's not all doom and gloom. We talk about the doom and gloom because that's what's happening.
Well, that's what's happening.
It's fact. It's going on, right? So we try and break it all down as best we can, and everyone talks about it. Okay, but again, PWH, my bit of positivity to you is, okay, regardless of what they do with the manager, regardless of what happens with the players on the pitch, there's 9 games left and 27 points to play for. And you are correct in your statement, right? It's only the players that can do it. They're the ones out on the pitch. And I've got to say to you, PWH, in what you've seen just lately, do you think they're worth a toss? Because, mate, as I said earlier, this is the worst Tottenham team I've ever seen. 12 injuries or not, that's not our problem. We don't build the squad. The owners do that. So, we can only put these players on. I don't give a toss, mate. You're a Tottenham player. At the end of the day, you're getting paid big money whether you're a squad member or not. They bought you, so you have to get on with it. And if you're shit, we'll tell you you're shit. And if you're great, we'll tell you you're great. Sorry to repeat myself for anyone else who hears this, but I'm just letting PWH know that there's 27 points to play for. Yeah, it's on the players. It's on the players.
There's nothing more than we'd like, mate, to see us get 27 points out of 27.
Fucking 7 would do.
Wow. I'd be over the moon if we won 9 games in a row. But
evening to Iceman. Hope you're well, mate.
yeah, big up, mate.
Big
To
up
be
to
honest,
you.
to be honest, can you see us winning all them 9 games? I bloody
No,
can.
we're not.
I can't see us winning one of them, let alone 9.
Listen, it is what it is, Mark. You're going to whack
Yeah.
the old link in, mate. We've been
I
going
will sort that out, mate.
half an hour. Sorry, sir. You know, we have to vent our feelings as well,
Yeah.
chat. You know what I mean? Without trying to go too over the top and have an emotional and blow a head gasket and that sort of thing. And there's, you know.
Well, I hope that's gone, is it?
Try not to. Really trying not to. Trying to hold it together. Yeah, because that's our job as hosts of a show.
Right, I will just disappear now and pin it.
All right, mate.
On.
No worries. No worries.
I'm still here, but like I'm probably frozen, aren't I?
It's all right, mate. You're all right. You carry on.
Yeah, I've just pinned it anyway, mate. So
yeah,
if anyone
hit that
wants
like button for us, everyone. Come on, very low on the likes. Half an hour gone. Should at least be on 50 now. 32 we're on. Come on, let's do this.
Straight
all
in,
right?
look.
Let's do this. Hit that like button. 90 odd of you in here. Let's get it up to 50 sharpish, please, and hit that sub button if you haven't. What are we?
We've had a little march, mate. We've had a little step
away or something like that from 1,000. So there you go. Rain's on. He'll sort that out and get us over 1,000 tonight, won't you, Rain? Eh?
You're getting good watch numbers.
Man.
I mean, misery loves company, but you know, it's you know how I feel about you two and Nige. You know, it's you three are great. I think you three represent a lot of us. So
we're trying, mate. We're trying.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's just like Rain. At the end of the day, we're not always right, mate. Right? It's only opinion. At the end of the day, but we try and, you know, we might not be the best speakers, Rain. I get that. Sorry, and I struggle with certain words and things that they're running through my head and I can't get them out. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense, Rain?
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes I'm very basic in what I say, but at the same time, it's just like straight to the point, Rain. Do you know what I mean? And
yep.
I think we
love it.
Yeah, man. It is what it is at the end of the day, isn't it? What can you do?
Yeah. To be honest, the things that make me laugh on here is when me and him cock it up between us. And there's a bit, like comedy moments.
Yeah.
That really gets me because we've been doing this for over a year now and we still cock things up.
Oh, we definitely.
There was a question back here, mate. I'll click on it now, mate, if you want.
Come on, mate. Yeah. Hello, Ali, by the way. We just do a couple of questions. Here we go. Serious question, Iceman says. What can a protest do at this stage? We can't do anything as a club. Well, I'll go first, if you don't mind, Rain, and then you and Sheriff and Ellie come in on this. Look, for me, Iceman, what I would say is that if there is a protest at Forest, the Forest game, which is what, a couple of weeks away? Is it 2 weeks away?
I think
something like that. Anyway, I think it's a bit soon to get the numbers that we need to get there. There's a lot of people out there that are running on shirt buttons, right? If you know what I mean, they haven't got a lot of money, and my suggestion would be, have it at the end of the season, have it at the Everton game, the last home game. We should know hopefully by then, unless it's a last day cliffhanger, what's going on. But regardless of staying up or going down, if you get between 5,000 and 10,000 fans there, displacing, and telling people, exactly how they feel about Enoch, they hear it. Whether it does anything or not, they hear it. And let me tell you as well, if there's between 5,000 and 10,000 people there, it will get massive coverage. It will get the coverage on the TV stations. And I think that's the aim at the end of the day, you know. But it's going to be interesting to see how many people turn up to the Forest one. I'll be there. I'll turn up to the Forest one. I will be there as often as I can and as often as there's a protest.
Yeah. No, to me, right? If the protest is the Forest game, to me, you're just going to get frowned upon. You should be behind the lads. We're in a relegation battle.
This is the problem.
To me, it's too early. To me, leave it till the last game of the season. Like Mark said, everyone's got a few shirt buttons and washers in their pocket at the moment.
Yeah, saved a bit of money for a couple of months.
Leave it till the Everton game, the last game of the season. Hopefully, we'll know our fate by then. And then if we are in the Championship, go mad. Because if we leave it until we know our fate, and if we are going down, right?
Yeah.
Then they'll to me, I don't see any reason why there won't be 10,000 now if we get relegated. There'll be no reason whatsoever why there won't be 10, 15, 20,000 now.
Do you want to go first, Ellie? Or shall
I? Well, you were first in, so you go.
That's very kind.
I'm just going to go and get a drink while you two talk.
It was lovely to meet you the other day.
Lovely to meet you as well, Ray.
I did speak to you, but next time we'll have a word.
No, it's because I can't stand up very long, so...
Well, we could have gone and sat down somewhere and had a word. I don't agree. I agree, Cookie, Sheriff, I agree with what you said. But I don't agree with this, you protest after something's happened. I just don't. I know it makes logical sense, and it's the way that a lot of people have been kind of taught to think you protest after something. But actually, I'm a very proactive guy, right? And in the summer, I had the same arguments thrown at me. Why are you protesting? Wait for the transfer window to finish, right? The transfer window isn't closed yet. Why are you protesting? Because Cookie knows I go to every Change for Tottenham protest, right? So why are you protesting? And I was like, because I know what they're going to do. I know they're going to mess it up. And I want them to know that I don't want them to do it. I want them to know that I'm not happy with the way that things have been, and I want it to be better in the future. That's what I was, that's what I was saying to people. People were like, no, don't protest until afterwards. What's the point? What's the point in protesting when it's already happened? What's the point? You're not going to achieve anything. You might as well not bother. And you know what? That's why a lot of people don't. Right? So we know what the situation is. We know what a mess they've made. We know that the only way that powerful people, a lot of people talk about money. The only way that powerful people really change stuff is if you embarrass them. That money is relatively insignificant to them. We've got so bloody much. It's not like us where we're looking, where we know, if you don't get paid in 2 or 3 months, you might not be able to pay your mortgage. They're not in that position.
No.
They're not in that position at all. But if you embarrass them, that's the worst thing that can happen to somebody with power. And these guys have got power. So that's why I think the biggest protest, the biggest impact that happened last season was when they started singing the Kulusevski song in the stadium.
Yeah.
And there was a picture of Daniel Levy and his wife. It was on Sky Sports, and his wife tapped him on the knee,
stroking his knee. Yeah.
And told him. Yeah. And it's like, that's what gets to them.
Yeah.
Forget the money. Forget the don't spend this. Forget the don't go to games that. That's us thinking, right? You've got to get into their heads.
Yeah.
And the way you get into their heads, the biggest way you can impact them is to have the organisation, like Cookie says, to get 5,000 people marching down the high street, so that Sky Sports and all of the other media actually have an interest.
You need more than that, though.
Yeah, 10,000, whatever. And I'm sorry, the reality is not abusive, but songs in the stadium. Songs in the stadium would absolutely make them think we need to do something different here so that we don't have this, because I don't want to experience it. That's the way that you impact powerful people.
And you've got to think as well, if there's all this Enoch out and all songs in the stadium, the sponsors are going to pick this up. The NFL are going to pick this up. And they're going to think, do we really want to be doing business with people like this when when all their fans are unhappy? You know, it gives them negative publicity. And that's how you hurt these people, either in the pocket or negative publicity, because they don't want that. Because their outlook is everything's sweetness and roses. Always has been. As long as they're making a buck, they don't care about anything else.
It's not just that, Sheriff. It's they like to have these, you know, like the advertisers and the sponsors, and they love having them in the ground, and they love having them in their little boxes, right? Or not so little boxes, and they love, you know, doing the whining and dining thing. And if there's Enoch out songs going out while they've got their, you know, they're having their prawn sandwiches, you know, these advertisers who maybe have come from Asia, they'll be looking at the Enoch lot and they'll be like, and the Enoch, this is how you make powerful people. This is how you impact them. You embarrass them and you make them uncomfortable. Yeah,
and hurt them in the pocket. They hate that. I implore anybody that goes to that stadium, do not buy a beer in the stadium. Do not buy food in the stadium. There's chicken across the road, and there's plenty of independent pubs. Not the number 8. Let's not go in there.
Absolutely. And over to you, Queen Ellie.
Yeah, I've been listening to Ray. He makes a lot of very, very good points. Yeah. Look, they've got rid of the head of the dragon, haven't they, in Levy? They've disposed him because they knew that the embarrassment was coming. I mean, it was 2,500 fans walking down the high street with change for Tottenham, right? But I'm with Rain, definitely, 100%. You've got to embarrass them. It doesn't mean they're going to leave, but it means they might think, well, you know, we've got to do something here, because the sponsors have already said that they're going to pull out the AIA sponsors. They've already said it. So, but they're very clever people, these rich people, rich, powerful people. They didn't get to where they were not thinking smart, right? So the only way you hit them is like you embarrass them, but it's not just with songs, with walking out, like yesterday, look at the stadium. That was a Shawshank response to we didn't like what we were seeing, right? Yeah. I mean, I never walked out, right? Because I'm do you know what? It's my heart tells me not to stay, but my head tells me to go. And my heart always normally wins over my head, right? Because I love our club and I don't want to walk out on them. But that doesn't mean that I won't do that. If there's a proper organised walkout, like where everybody walks out, not just one person, not just 5,000 people, the whole lot of us walk out to make a statement to these idiots who are running our club, and they're running it down to the ground. And even if we stay up, they're not going to change. They're not going to change, are they? Because what they'll do, they'll carry on doing what they can get away with. Yeah, so we've seen it, 25 years of it. We've seen it. Even when we've been at our top with Poch, right? We didn't win no trophies, but he put us up there. He put us on the football calendar, right? And then they didn't back him. So if you're not going to back that at your very peak, they're not going to do it now or the next time or the next time. They won't. It's all proof of the pudding.
It
right?
goes back to what Conte said in his rant, Ellie.
Yes.
Like you can have this many managers, but the problem, you know what he said.
He goes, I've seen the managers Tottenham have had.
Yeah.
And he was trying to take the heat off all the managers, because what he's saying is the owners don't back us.
Yeah. He was
they
basically
give us
saying,
road on.
He was basically saying you could get Jesus Christ himself in, but if they're not going to back him, what's the point?
Yeah, you've got to have a plan in football.
Yeah.
And you've got to have a direction and a style of play.
Yeah.
We've got none of that. We haven't got no visionaries, no football people on the panel. They don't know diddly squat about football. All they know is about the money coming in. That's all they're concerned about. They even said it when they first came, like you said, Mark. And then, you know what? That Daniel Levy, he's got the audacity to go to Cambridge University and talk about Tottenham, a deprived area, right? You should be going to Tottenham College and talking to us, not bloody Cambridge, where they're all snooty people from Cambridge University watching. What do they know about football? It really gets my goat, boys.
There you go. Ellie, can you just sort of listen? I know you got a bit upset last night. You know what it's like. Word gets about. All right. So can you tell me, sort of give me your, I don't know, just give me your rundown of your evening last night from before you went in, obviously having a good time, probably having a drink and doing whatever. But tell me about your evening and sort of how it transpired.
Right. So it started off, I went to Northumberland Park Station, walked down to the Grand, met TJ and Hasper from Hasper TV, having a good old chat. Then a guy called Perry came along, big tall guy. We were chatting about the old times of Spurs and reminiscing about all our great players.
Yeah.
Right. And then we got talking about this current team and the mood sort of dropped. And it was all about relegation and who's not pulling their weight. And it was all negativity, because it is negative at our club at the moment in terms the football is dross. The players have given up. And it was all about that. And then my brother came along, who gifted me his ticket. And we went into the Grand. We ate something before we went into the Grand, and then we were just reminiscing with one of his best friends from his old work, Carol. And we were talking about Glenn Hoddle and Gaza, Waddle, Anderton, Galvin, Sheringham, Klinsman, all the great players, Lineker. You know, and we were reminiscing about all the goals they'd scored. And then an old fella came over with his wife, and we were chatting about who our favourite players are. And then we go into the stadium, about 10 minutes to go, and I'm looking for Phil P, because I'm in 257, and I spot him and his dad and all the people I normally sit with, and I'm thinking, I'm with my brother, but I want to be with them as well, to sort of... But to take away the burden of losing, But you know, when you're coming out of the stadium, boys, it's so hard, because there's thousands of people leaving still, even though thousands and thousands left. There's still thousands left. And, like, you can't get anywhere because you're blocked. Yeah. So I just waited about 15 minutes and then walked out a sorry sight. And then I met up with TJ, phoned me, and he wanted to do a vlog with him. So I done a video with TJ, and it was like getting it all out there and getting it off your chest. Because you know, when you talk about your worries, it sort of, it doesn't relieve it, but you're just getting your frustrations out, you know. Yeah. And I told you I was crying at the end.
Well, they say, Ellie, that you didn't need to used to have counsellors, because people just went down the pub. People just went down the pub and just talked about what was going on in their heads. So you know, but now you have to go and pay for a counsellor and pay to have therapy. Your therapist used to be the publican. You know?
Yeah, it's true. And the publican and all the people that you go football with and all the other people that just come and chat to you because they find your chat interesting and they want to join in, you know, they catch the back end of your chat and they'll go, yeah, I remember that Hoddle goal.
Yeah.
I remember that Tony Galvin run, you know, and they reminisce with you and you've got a bond because this is what football's about, bonding, right? But Enoch, they're trying to divide and conquer. They do. And like I said, getting rid of Levy, the snake's head, they're bloody smart. They knew what they were doing.
I don't think he was a snake's head, Ellie.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the snake's head, not as
he was the face,
the main
though,
snake's head. He's the face of the dragon who's pulling us bloody down.
Yeah. He got blamed, but really, we all know now who the real blame should have been pointed at.
It's all gross negligence.
Yeah.
It's because they're not football people. They don't understand football. Look what they did to Mourinho. They sack him 6 days before a final, for God's sake. A special manager who's won in many European countries, not just England. He's won everywhere he's gone. And he goes to Roma in his first season and he wins the Conference Cup. Yeah, people say, oh, it's only the Conference Cup, but he still bloody won.
If there's one man we wanted to take Pep on when we played City in that final, it would have been him.
Yeah.
It would have been him. Certainly not Ryan Mason.
Yeah, because bloody Ryan Mason, he pulls off Mora when he's having a really good game and he's made 3 brilliant runs and he's been hacked down 3 times. Yeah, and he takes him off.
Yeah.
You know.
So obviously we've now got Tudor, right? And Tudor is now like in the crosshairs for lots of people. And I'm very, very clear. Tudor is not the problem. Tudor is a symptom of the problem. They've done it again. Yeah, we went from Conte, defensive manager, you know, win now to Ange, all out attack, you know, all about motivation. Then they went to Frank, pragmatic. Yeah. Pragmatic, classic, prem proven in a way, and they've done exactly what they always do, which they go, this is the problem. Let's get the exact freaking opposite of what we've got here. So they had the nice guy, the Frank, the nice guy, and they've got this authoritarian who wants to play 3 at the back, who plays a very particular way, doesn't really understand the Premiership. Tudor is not the problem. The problem is the idiots who keep on. What was the negligence? I've got to say, don't attribute malice when incompetence, when it's probably incompetence. And these guys don't, like you say, they're not football people. They haven't got a clue. They haven't got a clue.
I haven't got a clue.
They haven't got a clue. So they've hired Tudor, and now all the players are like, well, we used to play like this, and now all of a sudden they're being asked to play a completely different way. And it's not simple. It's really complicated what Tudor wants them to do. And we're wondering why there's no new manager bounce. It's because it's just bonkers what they've been asked to do. We'd have been much better off if they'd have gone and got Harry Sherwood, you know, somebody of that ilk who would have come in and they would have gone, right, let's make it nice and simple. You know how to play 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, whatever it is you want to play. Let's get out there and let's do it.
Yeah. I agree.
They went and got Igor Tudor, who's also got communication problems. Nobody understands what he was saying about the boats. I understand what he was saying about the boat. He was like, get on board or F off.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but
I haven't heard none of this,
he
Ray.
didn't explain it well.
Oh my God! You should look it up after the show, Sheriff,
will.
right? And then look at Porro's reaction. Yeah, he gets pulled off, and he
Yeah.
throws a massive strop.
Yeah, he did.
I
Yeah.
saw
Yeah,
that on the
I
TV.
don't blame him
last night.
I don't blame him for throwing a massive strop because he didn't want to come off. He wanted to help the team, but he was playing poor, really poor.
Mm.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so
but-
bad. It was
To
unbelievably
be honest,
bad.
we know he's not a good defender. We know he's not a good defender.
But
So
he was
why
doing
put him-
bad passes as
And
well.
so why
Mark.
put him is the right
Yeah, he
side
should
of
be-
line in the back three?
I know. There's so
I
many
mean,
things
that was
that are going on
mysterious
at
to
our
start
club.
with. And when he's on about boats, was he talking specifically about the Titanic?
No, he was just saying get
don't
on
know.
board or piss off.
Yeah,
basically.
no, but surely he must be talking about the Titanic if he's on about boats.
Yeah, because we're sinking like the
Well,
Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
we're on a
yeah.
little dinghy boat. We're not on the Titanic. At least that was a big one.
Well, yeah, but the
We're
Titanic,
on a little dinghy boat with no paddles.
we all know what happened to the Titanic in the end. And
Listen,
that's the way we're
yeah.
going.
As Surreal says further down, it's not called the Titanic anymore. It's called the Titanic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
Anyway,
one.
I have
Right,
noticed,
right.
mate, you starred some questions. That was nothing to do with me. Did you star them?
I certainly did.
Yeah.
We've got
Certainly
some
did.
questions.
Yeah. Should we?
I did this one.
Yeah.
Sensible centre, Arsenal fan coming in peace. Changing your manager, what's the rationale? He's only had like 3 games. Whoever wants to go first.
Desperate times, mate.
I think, if, like Rain said, right, if we change the manager, right, we get somebody who knows our club, knows how to play in the Premiership. It
Yeah.
gives us a little bit. It gives us not a little advantage. It gives us a lot of advantage because they'll be able to talk to the players, get them on side. But there's no communication. Like everybody got confused about what he was saying about the boats, so they're probably confused in the changing room as well. And it shows on the pitch. Nobody knows their jobs on the pitch. It's only Paulinho who's experienced, who really does. And then little Archie Gray, who played his socks off. And that's about it. No other player stepped up. Even I gave Danso his props because he'll always try. But there's quite a few passes that he did were wayward. But there's no continuity in the team. Right. And I think somebody who's experienced, who's been there, done it, got the T-shirt, they can bring a lot of flavours to our club and to the players. They'll get respect. You saw Porro, he's like dismissive. And the bloke, one of the coaches is going, go and sit down. And he's like throwing his bottle on the floor in anger. You don't want to see that. Oh, I can't talk anymore. You guys go.
Sorry, Ellie. Big up to Anthony. Anthony's here. Big up
Hello,
to you,
you all right,
mate.
guys?
How are you doing, mate? How are you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Sorry about that. I've got a house full of kids, and I noticed the sheriff, I think, muted my mic. Because,
Yeah,
they're
I could
making
hear
a bit of
kids
noise.
shouting in the background. I could see
Yeah.
it was you.
I do apologise.
No, that's all right,
apologise.
mate.
I'm quite happy to answer Sensible's question as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll all have a go at it, by all means. All have a go at it.
Sensible. The reason why people want to change the coach is because that's the one thing they think they can control at the club. The one thing. Can't change the players. Players, when you sign a player, you got them for 5 years minimum, right? You can't really change the owners. Look how hard a lot of people have been trying. But the coach is the one thing. Life, as you get older, you realise life is a lot about what you can and can't control. And a lot of people think you control who the coach is. Yeah. So that's why people want to change him, is because it's the one thing that we think we can control, or we can control, because we can absolutely get the coach out of one. It's been proven. And at the moment, something needs to change, either in the dressing room or outside the dressing room. And I think any coach personally is on a hiding to nothing, but I do think that getting Tudor in was absolutely freaking bonkers. It was madness.
It's the players though. It's the players. Obviously, I'm not saying Tudor was the right person to come in, but it can't always be the manager's fault. And see Van der Ven, the way he behaves, like he keeps down in tools for all his managers. Every manager we've had the last few years, that the players are all down tools. And did you notice Romero suddenly disappeared? Like he was on the bench, obviously not playing, but he was on the with all the injured and suspended players the other day. Suddenly he disappeared in the second half. How much do you want to bet that he was probably in the changing room with Van der Ven? Probably both of them probably in a nice little conversation saying, "Don't worry, we'll be out of this mess next season." So probably having a right little chat about it.
Interesting. Anyone else want to have a go at?
Yeah, well, to me, he said he'd come in peace as an Arsenal fan, but you're not in our position, mate. If you were in our position, you'd be like pooing your pants as well. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You know what I mean? And he's had 3 games. He plays players in wrong positions. You know, what was the sense? We know Paro's not a good defender in the first place. So he sticks him as the right one in a back 3. You know? And he's had like Archie Gray at wing back and the only place Archie Gray ain't played in defence is in goal.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting him in goal at some stage. But to me, he was the wrong appointment. They should have gone crawling down to Sandbanks in Bournemouth, Poole, wherever it is.
Yeah. And
gone and knocked on Harry's door. But it's pointless now because Cheltenham's next week. He'll be out there.
He was on the radio today, though, wasn't he? He said,
was he? I don't know.
He was on Talk Sport earlier, and they said, they asked him the question again: if the Spurs called, would they, pick up the phone? He said, yeah, he would definitely, but it's not going to happen. That was his words, basically, something like that.
Wow.
And he's someone who gets
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
Going to happen.
And he's someone who gets Tottenham, knows Tottenham.
Yeah.
I'd even have Tim Sherwood or someone like that back with him. Glenn Hoddle, anything. Glenn Hoddle was on. He did a show, didn't he? And said like he'd go in and take it on.
Yeah. Evening, Mark. How are you, mate? Is he there?
Nope.
Is he there? No, he's gone.
He's
Couldn't
gone.
hear us. Oh dear. Never mind. Come back on, Mark. Try and get back in again, mate. Try and get back in. Right. The other question I've got here is from my old mate Lee Payne. Hang on a second. There we go. Lee says, do you think if we go down that Levy will try one way or another to buy up loads of shares to get 51%? He does.
Ain't going to happen, Lee. Ain't going to happen.
Levy's trying to sell his shares.
Yeah, there's a number of reasons why it ain't going to happen. Effectively, 80% of the shares are owned by ENIC. Yeah, and Levy has a 30% stake in ENIC. So that's how Levy has shares. So the other 20% is owned by people like Lubo. Is owned by people who have
13%.
Is it? Yeah, 15%, 20%. I think it's about
13.
18. It's about 18, isn't it? So,
13%.
Well, okay,
they diluted it again. Yeah,
but I'm
they
just trying to
diluted
make
it
a
again.
general point,
Well,
right?
let's not argue percentages.
Yeah. So back in the 90s, when fans bought shares,
Thanks.
a lot of those didn't let them go. So that's why there's some small shareholdings. So effectively, for Levy or anybody else to get control of the club, they need to buy ENIC out, which means that they need to buy out the Lewis family, because the Lewis family have got the biggest holding in it. So he can't do it because I tell you, there's one person that the Lewis family are not going to sell Tottenham Hotspur Football Club to, and that's Daniel
Saudis.
Levy.
Sorry, Mark. Sorry. Go
No,
on.
that's right, mate.
That's it. There you go. You're there. Anyone else want to comment on that from about Levy buying the shares up?
Ray knows his stuff.
Well, yeah, that's why. I mean, that's not my department
Ray
whatsoever.
knows his stuff.
You know
I've
what
got
I
it
mean?
on
Levy,
good.
Levy won't buy the shares is because he doesn't have the money to buy the shares. Number one, unless he sets up a consortium with Amanda Staveley to do it. But I don't think he wants to at the moment, because I think most probably if any shares he wants to buy, right, he will buy the Arsenal shares, not Spurs shares, because I think he's an Arsenal fan more than a Spurs fan, right? Right. And the other thing is that why Spurs is in this weird predicament, because we must always remember, right? Spurs was listed on the LSE, on the stock exchange in London, before it was all taken private. And like what Rain is saying, there was in the beginning, about 20% of the shareholders didn't want to sell their shares. So they were put in a special category like Lubo and a few of the guys who have these 13% balance of shares after the dilution that's been going on this past few years. Because don't forget, they pumped in £100 million the first round, then it was another £150 million the second round. And that's why I think Levy was kicked out, because the Lewises was pumping in the money, and I don't think Daniel Levy pumped in anything. So that's why he was actually forced out, right? So it is what it is. Dan Levy ain't going to buy out Lewis's shares. He's trying to sell it. Don't forget, recently the rumors, right, from the Firehawk group, the Asian group, right, from Ng Wing Kai, right? Ng Wing Kai, not NG, Ng Wing Kai. Sean Butler, remember that? His name is Ng Wing Kai, because basically that's my mother tongue, right? He's from Hong Kong. So it is what it is. But all I can say now, we are in this predicament. Whoever buys whatever shares, it doesn't matter, right? So
You know what?
those are
Can I
important.
just say?
I'm gonna head off. It's
Right,
great.
Okay,
Take care.
Cheers, Ray.
Take care.
Sorry, mate. You
Bye-bye.
take care. Thanks for coming on.
Can I say something just quickly, right?
You take your time,
Right.
Eddie. Go on, girl. You're all right.
Okay, so Steve Perriman, right? I don't know if you guys watch his podcast.
Yeah.
I've met him many times, right? What a player, what a captain, right? He said, right, this really angers me as well, because Steve Perriman is a lovely man, right? He said when he goes to the stadium, right, and then he meets up with people, Daniel Levy blanks him. He doesn't talk to him, right? And I'm thinking, how dare you, someone who's got money, but you've got no affiliation to our club, apart from, well, it's disputable whether he supports our club because he's driven it down to the very dregs, right? And I feel a very deep sadness that the most decorated player at our club, who gave his all, he's played the most games for us, and he gets blanked by this man who thinks he can come into our club and blank our captain. I just feel sickened to my very core that these people are running our club.
Ellie,
Yeah? He might not be there in face, but he's still there, right? And all the other people, the Lewis family.
Ellie,
Come
that's
on.
why, right? Our club, right?
We're Tottenham Hotspur. We're supposed to be unified, right?
Ellie, that's why, right?
Don't bloody blank our captain when he comes to the stadium.
Ellie,
You know what? You can see the sadness in his eyes when he was talking about it.
That's why our
It
owners,
makes me
right?
really angry, guys, and it makes me cry that these people are in charge of our club.
Yes, Ellie, that's why, right? Our owners, right, has started this kind of feeling that they don't show heart. Yes or not? They don't show respect. They don't show accountability, and that's why we've become into this stage now. So many years, right? We've been buying players under par. We are the only Premier League club, right, that has not bought players for 2 or 3 transfer windows. I think it's 3, right? But someone out there now, this media saying it's 2. But I still remember it's 3 transfer windows without buying players, right? Or maybe one.
It was 512 days, Eugene.
512 days, right? 512 days. We are the only Premier League club. So
it was 3.
So football doesn't matter to this group of people that own us, right? It's only the fans that feel for it. And to tell the truth now, majority of the fans right now are no more fans, but they are customers, clients. So we've become a business and we've lost our football soul, our football heart. We won a trophy last year. And what we do, right? We sack the manager. You get what I'm saying? That shows you got no heart. You understand? So these players, why are they showing heart to these owners? Because these owners don't show heart to them. So I guess we are going to reach a position where, how is it? The line is very thin, right? I'm a Spurs fan. I don't want us to get relegated, right? I don't. You know, we all don't. But for us who care, we see there's a problem there that needs to be resolved. And that problem is the owners, right? Hiring Vinay is one thing I never could have understood. You know, Vinay comes from Arsenal, and Arsenal is our most hated rivals, right? You know, and they don't even think we are rivals to them, but there is this rivalry that has got its history behind it.
Right? Not anymore, they don't.
No, we don't, because we're not their rivals anymore. You get what I'm saying? We're not their rivals anymore. So he hires Vinay for whatever reason, right? Is it he's trying to spite the fans? That's Daniel Levy. But to tell the truth, right? Who hired Vinay? We do not know. But as all we know is that it is Daniel Levy, right? So what these owners have to show now, summer comes around, Vinay has to go, Lange has to go. Okay? Then comes in to see whether we are still in the relegation or are we a Premier League team. There's so many factors at this moment that's going to play into our future of this football club. And us fans are the ones that's suffering. And I think the owners are suffering too, because based on yesterday's game, the stadium was half empty even before the game ended. So visuals are bad. Like Rain was saying just now, rich people, right, can afford to lose some money. Yes, rich people don't like to lose money, but they can afford to lose money because they have it. But one thing they can't lose is face. Remember the Asian word, face? Right? They can't lose that. So we have to make them lose face. Protests on the high street, yes. In numbers will make them lose face, right? Walkouts, I mean, people leaving the stadium like that in yesterday's game will make them lose face, right? Chanting, inikau, 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 non-stop will make them lose face, right? So that is what needs to be done by us fans. CFT, they broke my heart. The last protest they did was what? The Newcastle home game, was it? Eddie, if I'm not mistaken? Right? The West Ham one, I wasn't able to do it because I had some Singaporean Spurs were over playing football with us, right? They broke my heart. You know why? You organized the protest.
Wasn't it? The Man City
City
protest. That's it.
Man City protest. Okay, Man City protest. You organize the protest and you don't show up. Why didn't you show up? Right? And I give them kudos is that when they organized the protest last season against Ange, right? It was well organized. Police, understanding, you know, there was no ruckus, there was no, trouble on the high street. We were all well done. But as we know, right, I've been doing protests. Mark, you know that, right? Ever since I started YouTube 5, 6. Ellie, yes, Ellie will be my witness to this, right? I'm the only Malaysians. I'm Malaysian. I have a Malaysian YouTube channel, right? And I'm the only YouTube channel, right, that actually broadcasts the protest. No one else does it, right? That's another problem. See, so we need more people to come on and show, right, on social media, on X and all that, to push this button. Guys, we did one thing last season. We got Levy out. That's what I'm going to be proud about. We got Levy out, right? Do I regret it? Hell no, right? He's the one who created all this shit problem. right? And we are left, right, with a bag of shit. That's all.
Yeah.
You know what? A bag of shit, you can go over to your allotment and use it as manure.
Mark does.
Mark. Which Mark?
Eddie, I've stuck some
Okay.
down today, actually, in the old flower
I know
beds.
my mum and dad had an allotment, Mark, so I know the tricks of the trade.
My God, I'll tell you what, me pulling a trolley round B&Q today, I spent a bleeding fortune in there. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just on little
Yeah.
odds and sod. I didn't even buy anything major. Do you know what I mean? But there you go. That's another story. That will be put on Nanny and Grandad Audits this evening for you to watch. There you go. The
I've got
allotment
a
update.
question for Ellie. Ellie?
Go on, Mark.
Yes.
Good evening, Mark, by the way. Sorry, mate.
Hello.
No worries, guys. Am I right? You played for Tottenham Ladies.
Yes, I did. I played for Tottenham Ladies. That's
Did you
correct.
play under Enoch?
No.
I played. You know what? I got
Smaller, right?
spotted. I got spotted at my school, Drayton School in Tottenham, by the
Yeah.
Spurs Ladies Scouts. But then they changed. They were Broxbourne Ladies before, and then they became Tottenham Hotspur Women. But we were Spurs Ladies. We were the originals. Yeah, we were the originals, and we actually played in Tottenham, and we actually played in Hackney Downs as well, which was a. I'm telling you, Hackney Downs, slum. It's slum. But yeah, it was a great time in my life. And you know, I was born and bred in Tottenham. I love the area. I love our club. I just don't love what Enoch have done to it. It's like not only because they've taken us down like to this point in our lives where we're on a podcast talking about the woes of our club, right? It's just the negligence, their arrogance, you know, and they sit there glum faced, right? They it's not hitting them in their heart, right? Because they can go home, they've made their money, and all these people going to the stadium, they've probably been saving up for weeks and weeks to take their kids to see Spurs play. I saw it yesterday. There was loads of families there, right? Still willing to support our club because they love our club, but they just, you know, they can't get on board with this ownership because they just don't do what they're supposed to do as a football club. Then we've got our neighbours down the road, top of the league, rubbing salt into our wounds. And it's not fair. It's not fair on us Spurs fans because we want a team that we can be proud of. You know, run properly, a properly run club.
Have we heard from our owners at all?
No.
Not what.
They just
Well,
go
no,
incognito.
No, we hear from Vinay and Lange, right? So
Yeah, I'm just thinking about obviously that a lot of talk about because obviously they're playing tonight or tomorrow is the Wrexham owners and how their affiliation with the fans and how they always come out and come across really nice. You don't hear or see or anything about our owners. There's nothing.
No. And
Hey,
they
you
are
know-
nothing to us
No.
last time it was
because
always
they
Daniel
don't show
Levy.
their face.
No,
Yeah.
last time it was always Daniel Levy, the face of the club. You know what I'm saying? Now he's gone, right? We do see glimpses of Vivian's in photos and all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's very simple. All these years while watching matches, right, we've never seen them at all until recently, you know. So I don't know. Now they're showing up. Maybe they've done something that, you know, a lot. Were you guys saying there was no transition in sacking Daniel Levy? They just pulled him, jerked him out like that. And I think in the management part, it's a shambles at the moment. So decisions are made and a lot of wrong decisions been made. So now we are stuck in this scenario.
Did
Big up,
anybody
Danny.
see, did anybody see Sky Sports this morning when they went to the ground? No, I've not been there for a while. I didn't realise what is right next to the cockerel. Did anybody see?
No, I haven't seen it, Mark.
American football. American football.
NFL.
NFL, exactly, Henry. NFL. So you've got the cockerel one side, NFL the other. I thought, what a disgrace. What a disgrace.
We've sold out, bro.
Absolutely, mate.
We've sold out. Andy, how are you, mate? Nice to see you.
Hey, big up, Andy.
Nice to see you, fellas.
All
Stay
right,
with me. I'm
Andy.
about to get on the train.
All right, mate. I'll tell you what. You sort yourself out. We'll carry on for a minute. All right?
Yeah.
All right, mate. No worries. That's all right. You're fine. Listen, it's hard to know where we go from here now, Mark. I don't know if it was you, Mark, or Eugene said it. I can't remember now. It might have been Eugene, actually. We're where we are now with Tudor. Tudor's here now. To all you five, right, in the position that we're in now, Spurs have come out today and given Tudor the what do you call it, Mark? What was it? The
Vote of confidence.
vote of confidence. You know, he's staying. You know what I mean? He's not going anywhere. What do you want to see happen? Aviv, like it's 7:22 now, right? What do you want to see from Tottenham now? If there's anything that can be done to save us as far as on the pitch.
I want us to. I'd go begging and crawling to Harry Redknapp. I really would.
Okay.
He'll be at Cheltenham. He'll be at Cheltenham next week, but just drag him out of there. You don't need to go and watch horse racing.
He loves her horses.
Yeah,
Is everyone in agreement with that, or do we keep Tudor?
No, get rid.
I don't. We
Get rid.
can't keep Tudor. We can't
No.
keep him.
If
It's
these
basically-
tactics good, maybe, yeah, but they're not.
No, they're not
Okay, guys.
tactically good at all.
I've got this theory thing's going to go on, right? It's going to be very simple, right? I say I give 2 or 3 games.
He looks.
He's lost all 3 games, so I say let's sack him. He has to get sacked, right? And bring Ange back, okay? To you know, at least give some confidence back to these players that we have.
Can't have Ange back. Can't.
But if they don't sack him, right, they can't sack him until the end of the season, even if he gets us relegated, because he has to be sacked now. We've got 8 more games to go. All right, 8 more games, win 3, draw 2, makes us safe. You get what I'm saying? And at the moment, the football we see ain't happening. We know that he can't get a tune on the players. He's had 3 games. We don't even see a manager bounce or anything of that sort. That means he's talking to players that are not listening to him. I'm not sure what's happening in training and all that. It's so obvious, correct? Sack him or stick with him. That's all. If not, sack him, bring Ange back.
No, you can't. You can't bring Ange back. Can't bring Ange back.
Do you know
We
what?
have to. Okay,
I wouldn't
to
put
tell you,
it past them.
Bring Harry back.
who is going to get a tune out of these guys? Right?
Well, you might as well bring Harry. You can't bring Ange
Harry-
back.
They're not going to listen to Harry. There's no
Yeah,
respect
but they
there
didn't listen
between
to
them.
Ange, though. They didn't in the
They will.
final. Henry hasn't won a game for 20 matches in the league. Ange hasn't. He lost 9 with Forest or whatever it was. Not going to bring Ange back. No.
I think we need
Before-
Tottenham
never.
people in there. We need Tottenham
Yeah,
people
absolutely,
in there.
yeah.
We need Tottenham
You need-
people, especially
you need
because
someone who
Ange
gets the
got the club. They're not going to bring him back.
Yeah, you need someone who
That's not
understands the
realistic.
club. You need someone who understands the club, gets it, knows what it's about. I'd even have Hoddle.
You need someone to get a tune out of these guys. That's how I see it.
But there's many different ways to try and get that tune, Eugene. And what we're trying to
We've had
say
Ange.
is that
We've had Ange who won us the trophy.
Yeah.
We had Frank who actually, I tell you the truth, right? I think Frank did the most damage. You get what I'm saying? Right? He did the most damage. All right. And now we got Tudor. And it doesn't look like he's getting through to them. Can't you guys see it?
I can look, Eugene, it's not a case of we can't see it and we believe these players are any better than they are. Right? The point of this sort of conversation, if you like, is that at the end of the day, there's still 24 points to play for.
Yeah, I
Right?
know.
Whether they're
that's the
shit
problem.
or not, Eugene, we're just fans. We're the same as you. We're seeing the same as you. Listen, I'll say it again. The players are shit. Right? As a team, they're rubbish. right? No one can get a tune out of them because half of them, have left their football boots behind. They're not interested, right? There's a lot of them that are not interested. Now, what I'm saying is,
why?
I don't
aren't
know,
they interested?
Eugene. I can't answer it. I don't know, but something's gone on. Yeah, something has deeply happened inside this club.
Yeah.
Because
And they
these
don't
players
pause.
are that bad, Eugene.
Yeah.
They're that bad, right? And look, Ellie was there last night. Ellie,
Yeah.
how
I
bad
was.
was Spurs last night?
Because
As
the
bad
players
as
are not playing
honestly.
for the manager. The
Can you
players
hear
are
me?
not playing for the badge. The players are not
Yeah,
playing
I
for the
agree
club.
with you. I agree.
The players are
There
not
you
playing
go.
for the fans. You know
There
why?
you go, mate. It's at
The
the
players
bottom, mate.
have got a problem up here, right?
I agree.
Or maybe in the heart. Remember we were talking? Our
Yeah.
owners don't have heart.
But
Can you hear me?
Sorry to disturb.
Eugene, yeah, I can hear you, Ellie. Hold on a
Yeah, I
second.
can hear you. Sorry to disturb you. Yeah, sorry to break in. Sorry. Yeah.
It's all right.
Go on, Ellie. You carry on. I'll come
Yeah,
back.
go-
in.
I was just
go ahead.
saying, it was terrible, right? Because there's no camaraderie in the team to play for one another. The only one who was really, really trying was Archie Gray, an
Yeah, that's
18,
true.
19-year-old
Yeah.
kid. Yeah, and he was really playing his heart out. And you see all the rest of the players not pressing, just laying off, letting Palace do Ole football. They were doing Ole football, Ole. I was thinking, what's going on here? Get
Not
into
trying.
them. Show some passion. There's, like you guys say, there's something going on behind the scenes at the club. Well, we've seen it already with Romero calling them out. And all the players are seeing that and liking it, what he's saying.
No, that's why.
So it's
There's
not just
dissent.
him. It's
No,
not just
that's-
him who feels they've done the dirty on him.
Yeah, Ellie, that's why there's dissent, right? Romero is dissenting, and we are not disciplining him.
He's our
You can
club
say-
captain, for God's sake.
He
He's
has to be
supposed to be the
disciplined.
one that all the players are looking to.
That's the problem. You get what I'm saying? Our club does not discipline, right? And then when Frank disciplined Bissouma and flip-flop, and that shows there's no courage there. We don't have heart, we don't have courage, and it stems from the top.
Yeah.
We are afraid.
It's called mentality, Eugene.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is what it's called, mentality. And if the mentality is
So-
not coming from the top, it won't transfer to the pitch.
So that's why no matter who you bring in now, Cookie, right? That is
Yeah.
the mentality coming down. Nobody who can do anything. So you bring
And-
Redknapp, you think you'll help? That will, to tell the truth, right? If Redknapp does a shitty job and bring us down, right? He will get the hate. Guys, you think Redknapp wants this job?
Whether he wants it
I
or
won't
not,
take it.
Eugene, all I'm saying is, look, it's 99%, right, that he wouldn't get anything out of them. Let me put it like that. All right? Mike, I'm coming from the point of view of a 57-year-old bloke that supported
age.
my team, like you, Eugene, since 4 years old, but in me, inside here, right, I
Yeah.
don't want to be relegated.
I don't.
I don't want
I
to go
don't.
down. Hang on a sec, Eugene. I don't want to go down, but in here, yeah, my head's telling me different shit, but in here, yeah, after seeing 77, yeah, and then
Oh, yeah.
that was as a 9-year-old kid, and then reading about it 4 or 5 years later, what it done to us, yeah, I don't want to see Tottenham go through that again. I know Enoch are wankers. I know the players are shit, right? But if there's a semblance of hope, 1%, yeah, that he could get something out of even a couple of them that makes a difference. The chance is that he won't because the other three haven't. But if there's just that chance, Eugene, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh my God, Harry's the saviour, Eugene, at all. I'm not saying
What
that.
about Ange? Maybe Ange will get that chance. You know?
No, I
It
can't
could
have
be
that.
anyone. It could be anyone. All right.
Put it this way,
Yeah.
Eugene. If Ange comes back, we're definitely going down. 150%.
I don't think so.
No,
But guys, to tell you the truth, right? We can argue about it and all that.
I'm
right?
not
All we
arguing,
know-
just opinions. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm talking just.
I know.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah. We can debate. We can talk about it, right? We can go back and forth about it. In the end of the day, it's not in our hands, right? To tell the truth,
No.
right? One thing Ine has done, right? A good thing, right? Since from 2021, if I'm not mistaken, right? I think there were about a handful of Spurs YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying, right? After that, right? That number skyrocketed like crazy. Oh,
Yeah, it has. It has. And we're one of them.
Mm.
We're one of them.
yeah. We are all
Jumped on in
inspired
the
by
last
Ine
year.
for that.
What I would say, lads, right? If you get someone like Harry in, he commands respect,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? Because he's achieved
should
things
do.
in the game, right? We've got Igor Tudor. Nobody knew him. Oh, like we knew he played for Croatia and he was a centre back. Most people would know that, but we didn't know what he had achieved as a manager. And then you're doing a Danny Rose Google, right? And whoever did know him, right? He hasn't got no Premiership experience. What affiliation have our players got with him, right? Maybe someone like Harry or Glenn Oddle or Sheringham, someone like that who loves the club, right? They all get together and they get these players organised. Because I don't think our players are all shit. Right, but they're playing out of position. We've only got 13 available. Lots are on the injury list. We've got long-term injuries. We've let loads of players go who actually scored goals for us. Right, and I don't believe they're all shit. I just think they're not organised properly.
Yeah, as a
And they're
team, I meant they
playing
were
out
shit.
of
Ellie.
position.
Yeah,
Guys,
I get ya.
guys, I got a question for you, right?
Yeah,
I feel it's a very weird thing.
Will you
Because
crack on and give
30
the loo a minute?
go on, mate. Yeah,
Go ahead. Yeah, take it. Yeah. It's a very weird thing, right? We've got 13 injuries, correct? And we had injuries last season too, right? But at least Ange did play a few youngsters. But this season, right, we haven't had a chance to see any of the youngsters apart from Byfield. Was it? He was playing one of the games, right? If it's that bad, is our academy that bad that we don't have players that are willing to try, give a different dimension or something like that? And the worst part is that we loan out most of our talented youngsters, right? So bad decisions again, right? But what are your thoughts about youngsters coming on? Because as I see it, right, if the senior players don't have heart to play for the team, the club, right, and the fans, at least give the youth a chance, right?
I can answer that for you from my point of view, Eugene. I've been saying that at the end of the day, after what we've been watching for the past however long, we have got to the stage where, and I'll use the terminology again, people have come up with different words, we need a spark from somewhere. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, when we're looking at everyone that's on the pitch at the moment and who has been on the pitch for the past few weeks, we are lacking creativity and a spark, right? So you rack your brains and you think to yourself, where could we have a spark? Because the players on the field are not showing it. Automatically, whether it's right or wrong, and he is a kid at the end of the day, but he's been doing it at the levels, and if you don't give him a chance, you'll never know, right? Luca Williams-Barnett, for me. Get him on. Instead of giving him 5 minutes, if we're one down or it's 0-0, get the kid on and tell him to go and express himself. What have you got to lose? For me, nothing. You've got nothing to lose. And I don't understand it. Perhaps they think he's not ready. I don't know. But 5 minutes here and 4 minutes there, I can't see the point at the end of the day. Give him half hour, give him 25 minutes and let him have a go. That's where I am with it, Eugene.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
Yeah. I
No,
was sorry.
Sorry.
Eugene.
No, fair. Okay. Would you say, like, last night, right, the performance from Archie Gray, was he allowed to express himself?
I think it's difficult.
Yeah.
I think it's difficult, Eugene. Look, Archie Gray done all right. Ellie was there. She probably saw more of
He
his
worked
movement.
so hard.
Works
Yeah.
hard and all that stuff. You know, what I will say is, and no, I'm not dissing Ellie's thing. If Archie Gray's the bar, right? Sorry, Ellie.
I
No, it's
understand
just
that.
because he played his heart out. So I'm giving him props for playing his heart out.
Of course,
Not because he's not the one to be he's not a player that is going to express himself because he's not a creative player. He's not that type of player. He's a roll your sleeves up, get stuck in, do what you have to do your job sort of player.
Yeah.
He's not that. He's not like Glenn Hoddle, is he? He's never
Of
going to
course we
be
don't
like
have
that.
Right? No, he's not. No,
No.
but the thing is, at least he tried and he got the assist, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? From his cross.
It's
All I'm saying-
tenacity.
All I gotta say is if Archie Gray is the new level, then we are deeply in trouble.
Oh no, we're
No,
championship
I
level.
know. I know.
Championship level.
But the thing is, Mark, if every player gave what Archie Gray gave yesterday, we wouldn't have lost.
No. I'm not
Because
denying
we've
that.
got better players than Crystal Palace in terms of technical skill. We've got one up on them. But if those players down tools and don't play as a team, you're on to a loser, and that's what we saw yesterday. We lost again.
Yeah.
If you don't put the effort in, you're going to lose.
Yeah, exactly, Ellie. You know, and this is what the games. It was it the night before, mate, when we were watching two separate games and we were in the back room?
Yeah.
He was watching the West Ham game and I was watching Forest.
That's it. West Ham and Forest,
Yeah.
Yeah, West Ham won at Fulham, innit? And Forest
and
Man
Forest
City.
drew with City.
Yeah.
Effort. I watched the Forest game and the effort and the togetherness that the Forest team have got. You look at us, we're like the polar opposite of that. There's no togetherness. There's no fight. There's no willingness.
Connection. There's no connection.
There's nothing.
And also the teams are set up and every player knows their job.
Yeah.
Right. Our players, they're all over the place. Nobody knows where they're supposed to be.
I'll be honest, it looks like our players have just met for the first time. It's like a pre-season game when they're getting used to each other.
Yeah.
The thing is, the worst part is, right, the past three games look like pre-season games.
Shocking, I know. Yeah, absolutely shocking. Does anyone know the answer to this? Is VDV's red card active for the Champions League, or is it just a Prem game, as he will only miss one?
Prem game, just a
Prem only, yeah.
Is it only one? VDV's
one game, because it's not dangerous play. He didn't endanger a player's life through a tackle.
Yeah, it wasn't violent, was it? It wasn't violent.
No, it's not violent conduct.
Yeah. It was cheeky play, right? So he wasn't good enough to be cheeky.
It's really stupid what he did because I didn't see it clearly until I come home and watched the highlights. And I thought, what an idiot doing that.
And the ball was actually running through to Vicario, and he pulled him.
Even if he scored, right, you still got 11 players on the pitch.
Yeah,
that's true.
But in the heat of the moment thing, Ellie, people do things that you think, when you go off, you think, oh crap, why did I do that? You know, it's a natural thing to grab him, isn't it?
Nah, I think.
Well, I don't know about with two hands, Mark.
I don't think it's natural.
No. When we did the watch along, Mark, straight away I said to you penalty. Did I or did I not? Right, and then when they showed the replay, he's got his right arm wrapped round him.
Yeah, it's on his shoulder.
And as he's trying to get away from Van der Ven, he's literally reached out with his left hand and grabbed the bottom half of his arm.
Yeah. I know.
And I'm like,
and he's pulled it back.
Doing? I know.
There are two things there, right? He's just a bozo moment. The other thing is that he didn't want to be there. You can say.
Do you think this might be a conspiracy theory, right? But do you think VDV don't like this manager and he just thought, right, fuck it, I'm gonna foul this player and get sent off? Because it
Is that
just
true?
seems weird that he did that. That's uncharacteristic of Van der
And is
Ven.
that
Because
true?
normally
Yeah.
he'll run and tackle, won't he? He'll
Yeah,
go
yeah.
for the tackle.
And to tell the truth, right? If Tudor plays him in the Champions League game, he shouldn't be played, right? I'll put Romero and Denzel. And Davidson.
Doesn't matter who you play, we're going to lose 4-0 in that one. We'll get smashed in that one.
Yeah, they battered Barcelona 4-0 and they
we'll get
lost the
smashed,
return leg 3-0. So they still went through in the semi-cup final.
Perhaps he's going to take a right battering for people to realise what's going on. I don't know. When I say battering, I mean like when you play an Atletico and they turn up and we don't, and like Mark says, 4, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by a proper team.
The Lookman hat trick.
Lookman hat trick, no, the worst part is, right, our fan base will go, nah, it's okay. Right, now we can concentrate on the Premier League. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know
yeah. And we're making a real fest of that, aren't we?
Yeah.
The biggest cheer at the Grand was when Brennan Johnson came on.
Wow.
Brenda, ole, Brenda.
Look, where do you think we go from here, people? Is it, I mean, we're where we are now. When's the Liverpool game?
Not this weekend, next weekend.
Next weekend.
Next Sunday.
Mate,
next Sunday.
Sorry, right? It's what? Next Sunday. It's Friday today. He's got 9 days. Listen, it ain't Tudor's fault, but for me, he's got to go. He's just got to go. Give us a chance, whether they're good enough or not. If they get Redknapp in, right, and he don't do it, and he can't do it.
When is Cheltenham?
Cheltenham's on now, isn't it? Next week. Next week.
Next week it is. It's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I'll change the question. Right, Harry's at Cheltenham. Fair dues. Right? Give me another name.
Hoddle.
There's 1.
Sherwood.
2.
Keno. Robbie.
Keno.
Yeah,
3.
Robbie Keane. Roy Keane's been touted. Roy Keane's been touted.
Eddie, I've been touting Roy Keane as a second to Harry.
Yeah.
He'd scared the living daylights out of players.
Oh, Mark,
you guys know my
good
answer,
job
right?
if he does.
Yeah. You guys
Bloody
know
good
and
job
he's a
if he does
Spurs
scare
fan.
the daylights out of him.
He's a boyhood Spurs fan, Roy Keane.
He is. He absolutely is. Yeah. That was one of the factors of me mentioning him, Ellie.
Yeah.
You know, to get Harry in. Yeah. But again, like Eugene said, he's at the festival this week. If I had my way, Tudor would be gone tonight and I'd have Harry in the morning. That'd be me.
Tino.
No, is it this week? Is
not
it
going to get part.
No, I know. That was a joke.
Lovely thought, though.
Donald Trump won't let him go.
No job.
No,
you don't want Donald Trump going to war with Spurs, right?
There'll be drones over his house.
There we go.
Do you know for next season though, if we don't get Poch, I wouldn't mind to have the Brighton manager because he sets them up so well. They battered Arsenal. They absolutely battered Arsenal. They played proper football and Arsenal didn't have any answers to it, right? And they were unlucky. They just haven't got that clinical edge up top, right? And Arsenal
Brighton are one of them teams, though. Brighton are one of them teams. They're like Brentford and that. They just get preyed upon at the end of the season. They'll develop a player.
Yeah, like
and then
Belieber.
the vultures come in and pick them off.
Yeah, look at João Pedro. He went and scored a hat-trick for Chelsea. He came from Brighton.
Yeah, there you go.
Wasn't he less than Solanke and Richarlison?
Say that again?
Wasn't he less money than Solanke and Richarlison?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Just a bit.
They say Daniel Levy's a good businessman. What are you talking about?
No, Ellie, Daniel Levy is a good businessman. That's why he overpays for them, right? Because probably there's a big chunk of it going to his account.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, brown paper envelopes.
I'm going to click on a comment. What do people think of this name?
Oh my God! How old is that young? That's 70. Yeah,
He's
70.
70. It was in
Yeah,
the chat earlier.
but
No,
we're
no, no,
talking
that's
about
good.
Harry Redknapp, and Harry Redknapp's 80, 79.
Well, he said 78 or
Yeah.
79.
So
79.
Martin
No,
Yol's
that-
70. What do you think to
That
Martin
I might
Yol?
support. Yeah. that I might
Brilliant,
support.
brilliant
Yeah.
tactician.
There you
It
go.
was a disgrace when he got sacked at half
Oh,
time.
awful,
I
awful.
know.
Shocking.
Our club are bloody stupid. Idiots.
They've
No
not
heart,
got
right?
a clue, have they?
No heart. I've been
Haven't
saying
got
it
a
right.
toe
So,
beat.
Honestly, they haven't got a clue. Listen, anyone who hasn't liked the stream, please like it. We're trying to get to 100 tonight, so that'd be great if you can hit the like button and
Yeah,
carry
come
on
on.
hitting that sub button for us.
Shall I update on the subs?
Oh,
We're 51 away, mate.
there you go.
Come on,
9:49
then.
we're on.
come on, get them out
So
there.
keep hitting that sub button and keep liking the stream, and we'll keep getting out there, as they say. And we've got
And you can-
wonderful guests on tonight, by the way.
And
have
you
had
can
other
And you can
guests
also
on.
be a member if you want as well.
There
Oh,
you
yes.
go. There you
You're
go.
doing my job.
Yeah.
I'm
There
the
you go.
shameless one. I'm the
Shameless.
shameless one. Yeah, memberships and super chats are available.
There you go. Happy
Three
days.
different types. Is there 3 different types or is there 4?
3.
3.
Of what?
There you go.
Yeah, you get super stickers, super chats, and then there's 3 different types of memberships that you can have.
You can't go wrong.
There you go. What can you do? What can you do?
And remember, we're ad free at the moment because we ain't qualified for the ad bit yet. We got to get
Oh yeah, we're
1,000
at 3
subs.
still until we get to
Oh.
1,000. Yeah.
Once you
That's
get to
good.
1,000 subs, you can get ads on it.
Yeah, apparently
That's
so.
good. That's good.
Yeah, we'll only have that on minimum anyway. We don't
Yeah,
want because it
it will
pisses
be.
me off when I'm watching something and they got it set on max. You get an advert every
No,
minute.
they're annoying, those ads, because you're like getting deep into it and then bloody advert
But
comes on.
guys, but once you get ads, right, you actually can set it to ads free while you're live. Then put the ads on when it's on the recorded or something like that.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Well, you'll have to explain to us how to do that because none of us are technical enough to work
I
that
ain't got a
out.
Scooby
No,
Doo
don't
about
ask me,
none of
right?
that. Usually.
Yeah, I don't know that too. So, but I think that you can arrange, you can do some settings to it. Yeah.
Well, I promise when we do get ads, they'll be set on the minimum. I'm not whacking out the maximum. We're not like we ain't greedy.
All right.
No.
Not yet.
What am I looking
Not
for
yet.
here? Sheen Dive, if you want to make us harder to beat. Yeah, there's names out there. Sam Allardyce, make a return.
Those guys
Super
can't
Sam.
get two of these guys. Right?
Let's be honest. I've got to say, we're fucked, aren't we?
Yeah.
Sorry, Ellie, for swearing. We are bollocks.
Yeah.
We are absolutely bollocks. This
We're going down. Yeah.
regime, upstairs for a company that wants to make money, right? And that's all they're interested in doing. They've got a funny way of showing it, haven't they? They've got a funny way of showing it.
Well, put it this way, mate. Could you see them running their property business like this?
Well, I wouldn't have thought so, mate.
No. Well, like the houses are falling down and, you know what I mean? And everyone gets the Environment Agency round and reports them and all that, That's the sort of thing that goes on in the housing market. It won't happen.
Sheriff, right? The real estate and property, right? They've got standards and accountability.
Yeah.
Football is a subjective thing. Yes.
After the watch along and the half an hour I did in the post-match show yesterday, the club broke me. Honestly, it really broke me.
Yeah.
It really broke me. That's why I had 10 minutes, 5 minutes ranting at the beginning.
Listen, I don't mind telling you, I spoke to a couple of people today. And big up to Craig, by the way. Cheers, Craig, wherever you are. No, it's that one. There you go. Big up to you, Craig. Thank you very much.
You must be further down than me. Yes, you are.
Yeah, I am. I just glanced at it and saw it.
Yeah. Thank you, mate.
Big up to you. It's I don't really know how to. Listen, at the end of the day, it's one way, shape, or form, something's got to change, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, in the current situation, if we go down, does anyone see Enoch selling?
No. They're not selling when they're at a loss.
I only say that, and the only reason I say that is I get what you're saying about the money and all that, and how much they'd lose going down to the Championship, and it sounds stupid, It really does sound stupid to say about selling it if we was in the Championship. But is there a possibility they could get to that point where they think, do you know what, this ain't worth all the haggle. We just get rid of it. We're still making a massive profit. 22 million to 2 billion is a big deal at the end of the day. It's not the 4.5 billion they want, but at the end of the day, they've got to see that their neglect and their sabotage has cost them 2 billion quid.
Yeah.
So can it get to that point where they think, do you know what? There's been a bit of a decision here. We're going to get out of the football. Or is it just because it's an entertainment stadium now, we're just lumped with it?
Well, there's no way that they're going to sell up when the value of the club will be cut in half.
Yeah.
It'll go down maybe 2 billion. It's worth.
Yeah.
And when they're sitting on that gold mine of a stadium that has Lord knows what going on in there, and they still rake all that in, because even if we go to the Championship, the value of the club will go down, obviously, but they're still raking the money from the concerts, the boxing, the NFL. There's no reason for them to sell it, and they're
who could afford it though? Who could afford it? Because I've seen Henry say no one in Malaysia can afford it, so you can only talk about Saudi money.
Yeah.
And at the moment, with things going on there, would they invest in anything like that? I can't see it. No.
Now, guys, to tell the truth, right? This illusion that the club is making money and all that is all an illusion. All right. To tell the truth, we do have revenues, but the problem is that we are servicing a lot of loans. Okay, player loans, player money that we have to pay. Number one, if we go down, we will cut our revenues to about half. Right, instead of getting that 600 over million per annum, most probably we're getting about 300 over million, and that's not a good sign. Number two is that in this past 5 years, right, on the books, right, we've been losing money. Last 2025 accounts closing was the worst because we lost 129 million pounds.
Yeah, I was going to say it's 130 million, Eugene, wasn't it? Yeah,
130 million pounds, and that's because we didn't get into the Champions League. But maybe the 2026 books will look a bit better because of the Champions League money. But if we go down, right, parachute payments is around 45 million. It used to be around 100 over million last time, but now it's 45 million. So as I see this thing now, they might be forced to, if everything falls into place, even if the valuation of the club drops down to 2 billion, they might say it's enough because it's better than I ain't going to put so much effort in to try to get it back to 4 billion, right? Will I put in that effort? Because you will have to pump in more money, right, to try to get us back up, right?
Yeah. So
there is a chance if it drops down, maybe not. Let's say it doesn't drop down all the way to 2, half the thing. Maybe it drops down to 2.5, 2.8 or something. Something's negotiable somewhere, right? First part is someone needs to go and buy up Daniel Levy's shares first. You know what I'm saying? So that guy won't ever come back to the club.
If someone bought Daniel Levy's shares, that means they'd have 29% of Enoch.
Yeah. 29.99.
You don't get a report though, do you? You don't get a seat on the board. What do you get for that thingy? Because I didn't think
you asked the same question, mate. Yeah, it's because it's what do they get?
You will get a seat on the board.
You do, right? Okay.
You won't have any say.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
But you'll make a shed load of money because Enoch raking money from all over the place.
Nah, you won't make a lot of money because you have to buy Daniel Levy's share at his market price, right? Yeah. That could be So he's trying to sell it for 1 billion now. Let's say it drops down to half of it, or maybe he'll take 600 million or something like that, right? That will put him in some good state for it if he does want to sell it at that price. And let's see, 600 million pounds, like you were saying, Malaysian ringgit, that is somewhere close to 6 times 5, 3 billion ringgit, right? So Malaysian billionaires alone won't take it up. An Asian billionaire with a consortium, maybe, right? Maybe. But at the moment, I can't see it going anywhere because sponsorships are even pulling out at the moment. That's how I see it. So there are not a lot of positives on
Henry,
this part
what
of
do we
finance
what do
side.
we own the stadium? Is it still 707 million?
Yeah,
It's-
700 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we borrowed. No, it might be less than that now because we borrowed 800.
We borrowed about $1 billion, if I'm not mistaken.
No. We
Mark?
only borrowed about 800
Oh, yeah,
million.
about 800, yeah. But guys, don't forget, right? During COVID, we borrowed some more money. So there are a lot of loans hanging here and there.
I've seen. I'm sure I've seen a figure of 637 million.
Yeah, it might
something
be.
like that, yeah. From
I'm
last
sure I am.
season, yeah. Last
Because
season.
you got to remember, we're paying it back at one of the lowest interest rates ever.
Yes.
Because they were very clever to get it on a
Yeah.
real low interest rate.
It's like
I think
2% or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something stupid like that.
Something
Yeah.
like
The
that.
repayment is somewhere around 25 to 65 million per annum or something like that. If I can't remember.
Sorry, Mark.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
That one.
You click on the
Look
you
at that
wanted.
one. You was talking about Saudi, Mark. Look,
Yeah.
925 billion knocking about.
Do you reckon they'll lend me a fiver?
They're your people, aren't they? Whether you
No,
want them or
that's
not.
That's the only one I can see invested. Yeah.
Yeah. Most probably it's worth more now because with the oil prices going up.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, today, the work van, my mate pulled in to get fuel, and it was shut. There was no fuel in there.
Well,
whether that's because they were waiting for a delivery or because of the nonsense that's going on, I don't know.
I went to a garage yesterday, Mark, put some diesel in the car. Ready? 154 a litre.
Bloody hell, mate.
154. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. 50 quid worth of juice. My car had just gone on the red. I put 50 quid worth of juice in it and it's still under half a tank.
Oh.
Painful.
Yeah,
yeah, but guys, I got to make a move. Right, it's gonna be 4 a.m. in Malaysia. I need to
I was going to say it's got to be getting light over there, isn't it?
Right.
Get some sleep, Eugene. Get some sleep, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eugene.
Cheers,
take care,
Eugene.
guys. All right. Catch up with you guys
Thanks
later.
a lot, mate.
Cheers,
You take
mate.
care. Bye, mate. Oh, Andy's back. How are you, Andy? Home
I'm
now?
doing well, lads. Sorry about that before. I was just
Oh, you're all right,
basically
mate.
I was joining, waiting for the train, and then right as he called me in, the train had basically arrived. So I didn't want there to be a racket on the stream, basically. But yeah, I believe we were talking about this potential purchase of Daniel Levy's share. Would that actually change anything if ENIC are still the ones in control? That's my only thought on it. You can sell Daniel Levy's share to whoever you want, but if you still have the Lewises at the helm of the club, what on earth is going to change? Nothing's going to change. You can put who you like there. You can put the biggest sort of, I don't know, you could put Roman Abramovich with Levy's shares. And if ENIC are the ones basically giving the marching orders, nothing's going to bloody change. So if I do see someone buying Levy's shares, it's not going to be news that excites me, basically, because I just do not see what changes until ENIC are gone, basically. That's the only way I can see it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Let's deal with this. We better deal with this, mate.
Yeah. Oh, go on, Mark. I'll let you read that out. Go on, mate.
It's the biggest super chat we've ever had, mate.
It is. It is.
It is. I couldn't
Thank
believe
you,
it
Ellie.
when I got to it, and it was like an orange thing.
Got a tear in your eye.
Thank you very much. For you, Sheriff, get yourself an Amstel. I'm not sure it's meant to say that. I'm sure that's meant to say on me.
Yeah.
Get yourself an Amstel on me. And for you, Cookie, some money towards a bag of manure for your allotment. Thank you, Ellie.
Thank you very much, Ellie. That will come in very handy. Thank you.
Big up
to you, Ellie. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great stuff. And then she comes in with on me. There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ellie. We appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
There you go. Have some of that. Leslie said, whoever takes over the club only has to buy Lewis family out to take control. They don't need to buy Levy out. That's interesting as well.
Yeah, because
got any comment on that part?
The Lewis, Enoch as a whole,
Yeah.
is it 89% of Tottenham, and Daniel Levy owns 29% of Enoch. I think that's what it is, if I got my numbers correct.
Yeah.
And so Enoch only own the other like 11% is the likes of Lubo and that. They got shares.
Yeah.
You know, people like that. They've always got to have some with like, but they've not got enough to like run the gaff, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so Enoch are the major ones. And so if Enoch as a whole own 89% of Tottenham and Levy's got, say, a third of Enoch, then lessen it a little bit. I reckon maybe Enoch 55% of Tottenham, just enough to make a majority. No, a bit more than that, 60 odd percent of Tottenham, just enough to make them like majority.
Colin. Yeah.
You know, so, but even so, even if you buy the Lewis shares out, that's got to be what, 3 billion, 2 billion, 2.5 billion. Depends what the
lot of money.
Like.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Go on, Andy.
I was just going to say, do we actually think Enoch are going to sell the club? Because they seem to just be clinging onto the power. They don't want to give it up. They said last summer that they wanted to take control and basically build it into something. Well, they built it into something, and that something is, pardon my language, but shit. Yeah.
I said that before you, is shit.
Yeah, so they've built it into something, but there's not really been an indication that they want to sell. I think if they were serious, they would have gotten rid of Langer before the transfer window. Yeah, basically. Considering, for me, I was thinking with Langer, when that summer transfer window ends, that's day one. He should be preparing for the January transfer window, right? And he was sat there for what? When did it end? It was August or something along those lines.
I think that one's for you, Andy.
Hey, this technically ain't my room. I'm just staying with my folks right now. I have a flat of my own, which is no better really. So yeah, thanks for calling me out, Joey. I appreciate that.
You know us, mate. This is the realism channel, so we'll bring it up, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I've got to admit, I've got to hold my hands up. I tend to keep my spaces messy. Anyway, I was thinking September the 1st, whenever that summer transfer window closed, I don't remember when it was, Langer should have been getting his ducks in a row. He should have been planning for January. That's his job, right? So this is why I thought that when the first few days of the January transfer window passed, I thought, we're clueless. We ain't getting anyone in, because basically as soon as I saw that Langer had not been basically coming up with a list of people, I just knew that was just going to be how the January transfer window works. Because for me, you spend those months basically giving the orders to the scouts saying, look, this is the profile of player we need. These are the gaps in our squad.
Yeah.
Go and find a selection of players, and then you talk to each one of those players, and you basically have one of them just ready there for the photo of signing the contract on January the 1st, basically. The moment I didn't see that happen, I knew what our transfer window was going to be. And Langer he didn't seem to have a clue at all. You know, and then that video he released, I didn't even bother watching it because I just knew what it was going to be. And from the comments people made, it was even worse than what I had anticipated.
I watched the video, and I watched some of it, and I went through everyone on that, Enoch out, Lange out. There was all sorts of. I didn't see one positive comment, and I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled through the comments. But going back to Enoch, the thing is now with Enoch, why would they sell when they've got basically a cash machine of a stadium and what they rake in out of it, the concerts, the boxing, whatever else goes on there? They're not going nowhere, in my opinion. It's not saying that we shouldn't put pressure on them to change or sell up and bugger off. But to me, it'd be stupid for them to, well, they haven't invested it. They borrowed the money and create all the infrastructure we got and then sell it when it's finally raking something back, you know?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You know, that's the wrong way to do business. And let's face it, they're great at business, not very good at football.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. And unfortunately, when it's football is the business at the end of the day. You know, this is what it is for me, because I almost think that the energy that they put towards all these extracurricular business aspects, you know, sort of the hotels, I don't even think that's happening anymore. The racing car track, the NFL, you know, Beyonce's coming to sing at our stadium. I think they put so much effort on that. They've completely neglected the football side. So I've been hearing the whole they're good at the business thing for years, but if they don't do the football business, then everything's going to fail. Because eventually, when this club does deplete in value, they're probably not going to be able to continue all these avenues that are extra, because they're not going to have the money to do it, you know. And I think these sponsorships as well that they go for, if we're in the Championship, we're going to be in trouble with a lot of these sponsorships, because they're going to want to sponsor a Premier League club. That's the appeal. The Premier League is if I'm not mistaken, the most popular league in the world. Maybe there are a few others, but if we're not in the Premier League, all these sponsorships are going to go away. All these extra business avenues are also going to go away, and we're not going to have anything basically. So they've really just dropped the ball, and I don't see how it improves. I don't see when it improves, and I don't see where it improves. Are they going to start off by getting the new football director in? Because they're already talking about this nonsense of having the dual directors.
Yeah,
again.
what a load of crap that is.
What a load of nonsense.
Yeah.
They haven't done a naming rights yet still, have they?
No. And they brought someone in and paid him a fortune, and he did less than I do. To be honest, right? Now, as far as like the sponsorship goes, the first one I want to see go, let's hope Nike go, because the Spurs shirts these days are the worst I've ever seen in my life. The Nike shirts they bring out now are terrible.
Well, you don't need to do that. You know, just go to okjersey.com, don't you?
There you go.
Not that I buy them. Not that I buy them from the club. Not that I buy them from the club anyway, because I'm not paying. Was it £80, £90?
Yeah, 80, 90. Well, there's elite ones about 120, 130, ain't they?
Yeah. The elite one is 120 quid. That's craziness.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and the Nike shirts are the worst shirts I've ever seen in my life. There's no invention in any of them.
No.
Bring Under Armour back.
I love them.
Shirts.
I thought they were brilliant. Yeah, absolutely.
Under Armour shirts were brilliant.
Brilliant.
I've still got loads upstairs.
Yeah, me too, mate. Brilliant.
Well, there you go. It is what it is. So we've got no game until, is it Tuesday or Wednesday next week? Atletico. Tuesday night. Atletico. I think we'll wrap up for tonight. We've had a good old chat about it, haven't we? I think we've done all right tonight. It's another 2-hour special. Great stuff. The sheriff don't know it yet. We're doing brunch in the morning. He don't know yet, but we are. So I don't know if he's about, but I will be. So I'll get him to set it up anyway.
Okay. Well, I told you earlier, mate, I'm off for a little dangle.
Oh, yeah, you're fishing, aren't you? Yeah, sorry, I forgot, Mark. I forgot. I'll get you to set it up for me anyway.
That's
listen,
right, mate.
We're going to do the brunch in the morning, so make sure you get over in the morning, 9:30, normal time. Get over there. A big thanks to everyone that's been on tonight. All the guests that have been on have been fantastic. Too many to name. Who can you think of? Sheriff Rain's been on. Mark's been on.
Henry.
Yeah, been on.
Ellie.
Ellie's been on. Ellie's been on. So if I've missed anyone, I'm so sorry.
Thank you, Ellie, for the super chat as well.
Yeah, just get into that one. There you go. Big thank you to Ellie. for the super chat this evening. We really appreciate it. 9:30 tomorrow morning. Thanks for the chat, everyone. And we'll see you then. Big up to you all. And as always, come on, you Spurs.
Show.